anybody.
I said stuff. You're the one who didn't keep the conversation going, not me.
Yeah, just took a new photo.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Doing naughty stuff on camera.
Yeah.
Oh
I have
dear,
a,
let me tell listeners, he's smoking a cigarette. He's not masturbating
yeah.
himself.
And I have a table full of heroin.
you're just tapping your lips while staring at it.
This pandemic has been really hard.
Nice. Yo, how long did it take you to read Antkind? Because it is so fucking long.
It's a long. It took me like I want to say like a month and a half because I put it down after like because I got to one part where it just started like it's so meta.
Yeah, the constant self-referential stuff starting to get to me.
Yeah, it was a I want to say it's a hard read through, but it's just like you're throwing too much at me right
Well, it's
now.
so conceptual, like with all the
Yeah.
big heady shit. But I just got to, I think I'm on like chapter 41. I just got to the part where he found out he has a clown fetish, and that was some of the funniest shit.
Oh my god.
when he's talking to the clown in the bar,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I adjust my penis." Oh fuck! This is until Justin gets here. This is book review with RJ and Abdul.
Oh, this is like he's always been like my favorite like screen. He always wrote screenwriter. Is that what?
Yeah. Did you watch his new thing on Netflix? I haven't seen it yet.
No, I have because his movies. I always feel like I have to prepare myself.
Yeah, I mean it looked crazy. It's the one with David Thewlis and
Yeah, I noticed
whoever
with
else.
him and like what was that? Paul Thompson Anderson. Like they're like the stuff that they put out. I always have to like prepare myself because I don't know what I'm going to get myself into.
Right. That tracks. It is
Because
very heady. Because I mean, like the movie, even just the
dude,
trailer, I was like, "What the fuck is going on in this?"
dude, you want like Schenectady, New York?
That's something
I
I hear about. I gotta.
I still can't wrap my head around it because like it's supposed to take within like a play, but
Yeah.
it resembles real life, so you can't really discern what's real and what's not,
Right.
and it just makes all these turns. Like I loved like adaptation and
Am
being
I on
John
here
Malkovich.
twice?
Yeah, you came in and then I admitted you and then another Justin came in. So there's going to be two Justins, one with a smooth mustache and another with a smooth goatee, and we got to figure out which is the evil one.
What the fuck? What the hell is going on?
I don't know. We still don't got video from you neither. That's okay. Abdul and I were just doing our book club before you got here, so
Thankfully, you got
Oh,
here.
yeah.
were you guys talking about that book you both got?
Yeah, that Charlie
Yeah.
Kaufman book, dude. It's so ridiculous. It's one of the longest fucking books I've ever
It's
read.
yeah.
Like Blood Meridian is long as shit, and that's like a tough read. But this is like 700 something pages, and it's like you can't even really tell where the plot's going 90% of the time. And like,
Yeah, I told him like I put it down a few times because some of the stuff that he like throws at you is just it's bonkers.
Huh.
it's specifically written to trigger people with autism.
It's yeah.
All right. You still
There we
figuring
go.
out video stuff, Justin, or?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Did the other one disappear? I was
Yeah.
trying to get that
Yep.
done first.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened. For some reason when I opened up when I clicked the link,
Mm-hmm.
once it finally loaded, like whatever loaded, it said YouTube TV, and I was like, what the fuck happened? And then I went back and clicked the link again and hit zoom, like make sure I hit zoom, and then I came in and it was fucking two of me.
Uh-oh. You split reality.
There we go.
Nice. Valentine.
It didn't come out right. It's fine.
What?
What?
Is that Onyx?
Yes, it says it's supposed to say this Valentine's was unexpected.
Damn. That
Yeah.
I
is that is throwing an arm. That's throwing a shoulder out.
yeah,
Also,
someone's
the texture of the onyx makes it look like Steelix.
yeah,
It
it
looks
does.
shiny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
looks like
Yeah.
Steelix, yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Man, my
Cool.
undergarments are drenched.
Just a failed Pokemon Valentine's all around.
Yeah. That seems deserving
Hmm.
in the current climate. Everyone should just get terrible Pokemon pun Valentines.
Yeah, I gotta go throw something out. I'll be right back.
He's just throwing out a card that says "Let me get a Pikachu." Oh fuck. Cool. I've been recording since before you got in here, Justin.
All
So
right.
we can just roll into it. Anything anything non-video game related you guys want to talk about? How you been doing? Or
Uh, I don't want to get into the movie thing yet. I know we kind of
all right.
trail off at the end, but
That's
I want to
that's
talk.
that's
I
better
want to talk
reserved
about a
for
movie.
for
Is
minute
it
64.
one movie just so we can get a heads up?
The Lighthouse.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
I really enjoy that movie.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, we could definitely talk about it.
All
I
this damn farting.
I hit a bit of a gaming slump after Titanfall last week, and I was
Did you?
yeah, I was worried. I kept like just looking through Game Pass, and it's like looking through Netflix sometimes. There's just like so many games, but like I don't really want to play any of them.
Right.
So I said fuck it, and I tried to bite back through Halo 4, which I gave up because I had just played 3 fucking Halo games.
Yeah.
So I jumped back into that and finished it, and then I just started Halo 5 this morning. And I mean, it's just the same fucking game over and over
Yeah.
and over again. And the
Like,
worst part is, every iteration, they entirely remap the control scheme. So if you're trying
oh,
to
do
play it,
they? I
dude,
never noticed that.
it's fucking infuriating. I mean, like, not maybe not with like the first 3, but like, I mean, like a little bit with like in between those things are slightly different. But then the 4th one just changes everything, and you're like, okay, well, this is tighter. I get it. And then the 5th one just fucking takes that, flips it on its head, and says, no, we're Call of Duty now. Like, so like when you're going from one to the other, I'm just fucking up left and right. And the story is so melodramatic and dumb. Master Chief is just emo now because his e-girlfriend died or some shit. I don't know. Spoiler alert for Halo after the
That sounds
fact.
tragic.
Yeah, whatever. But that's probably about the extent of what I was playing. I also tried Donut County,
I
which is
never
a
even
little
heard of it.
little indie game. It's like that smartphone game where you just have like a hole and you suck things up and the hole gets bigger. It's like
Oh, yeah,
puzzles.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
heard of that.
Yeah. So it's like that without ads that yell at you.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's about it.
This week I started playing Borderlands 3 with a buddy of mine.
Oh, cool.
It was actually like it was fun because I never played it with somebody, and I feel like that is a very important part of those games.
Yeah,
Because
it feels
whenever
weirdly dead when you're just sitting on it.
when because whenever that Handsome collection came out on PlayStation Plus,
Mhm.
like I downloaded it and tried to play through 2 because I don't think I ever played through that one, and it was just so boring right away. So this one is a lot like it was a lot of fun playing with someone. It completely changes the experience.
Nice.
So we're gonna keep going through that. But
Nice.
I've bought way too many games this past couple of weeks. Like I bought Borderlands 3. I bought that a while ago, but I just installed it. I
Yeah.
bought that Guilty Gear game, and I barely played it, but I've just been like YouTubing shit just to like figure out how to play those games because it's like It's not like Street Fighter at all, you know.
It's very fast paced.
It's more like Marvel, you know, just that staying in the air and juggles and all of that. Then I bought like Dark Souls Remastered was on sale again, so I fucking bought that shit. And I bought the Disney Afternoon Collection. It's got all of those 90s
Oh,
Disney
like Lion
games.
King and Aladdin.
No, not that one.
Oh,
The other, it's the one with the older games on it. It has Tailspin, Chippendale,
oh, okay,
DuckTales. Dude,
nice.
I used to fucking love that Chippendale Rescue Rangers game. Like I played the shit out of it, and it was only $5. So I was like, "Fuck, why not?"
Oh, you can't beat that, yeah.
No, it's a good deal. So yeah,
Nice,
I just play like bits and pieces of all of those games I bought. You know.
nice, cool. Yeah, that was kind of where I was at. I was like, I feel like I gotta buy a game, but like with Game Pass, I feel guilty buying a game.
Yeah, well, we have all those games available to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, ugh, it's just, how much effort do I want to put into like choosing actively to play one of these fucking games? But I fucked up buying Hitman recently because that was not worth the full price, and
I 100% agree with you there. That
yeah,
shit's
I should have waited on that shit because I got like no playability out of it. I know it's like replay value heavy, but I just nothing's
still.
been like dragging me back to it. But now they got fucking Super Mario 3D World with that new add-on Bowser's Fury, and I want that game so fucking bad. And I'm like trying to justify spending a full $60 on it. But
Why do like people been talking? It's why do you want like what's different about it?
so I never played Super Mario 3D World because I never had a Wii U. So I would buy it anyways just to play that. And then now having them, redo it on Switch, they also added like a whole nother story mode that plays like Super Mario Odyssey. And they like experiment with all these new 3D Mario type gameplay mechanics. Cause it seems like what they do with every new 3D Mario, with Galaxy or Sunshine, you have all these different ways of playing the game. There's some kind of core concept that the gameplay revolves around. And I guess Bowser's Fury really plays with a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I liked Odyssey so much that I don't know, it just seems like a no-brainer to get that one. Yeah, so I think I'd really dig it, but I'm just on the fence because it gets harder and harder to spend $60 on a game when you see how cheap shit is.
True.
Dude, fucking Hitman, they just the timing of that game release got them fucking lucky because I feel like a lot of people bought it just because they were like, oh, a new game, like fucking early in the year, the first new game, really,
Yep.
And you just buy it on impulse, and it's just like, fuck, I spent $60 on that shit. Not worth it at all.
Yep. Yeah, I regret
that stinks,
it because it would have been such a good grab for like $30 in like a year.
Right,
so.
Exactly.
But now it's like, oh, and then like watch in like 10 months, we're gonna see all three of them collected together for like $40.
Exactly.
And it's like there's zero incentive.
I mean, I'm pretty good about that shit most of the time. Like just with that Disney collection I was just talking about.
Mhm.
When I first saw that come out, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I used to love those games,
Right?
And it was like, "I'll wait because it'll go down for sure." And then like it went from I think it was either 20 or 30, but it went down to $5. Just like
you
fucking
can't beat
perfect. That game's
Yeah.
it was never going anywhere. Hitman's not going anywhere. So just certain games I gotta just be smarter about it. Just fucking wait because they got me. They fucking got me good.
that.
Same.
Not me.
Well,
Yeah,
you
good
fucking
call.
yeah. Your love of physical copies got you out of that.
What have you been playing this week, Abdul?
I've been playing Little Nightmares 2.
Yeah, how you liking
Man.
it?
It's fine. It's more of the same stuff. Just that it's like the story is interesting, but the gameplay still like is fine. It's just that all like the puzzles and stuff. But like they added combat in this one, which just feels unnecessary.
Yeah, it doesn't track.
And the way the combat is, it's just like you're a kid and like you're holding like a hammer and like it takes them like so long to like lift the hammer to actually you have to one shot these guys, and it like they come at you so quick. Like if you don't hit it at the right time, then you're basically fucked and have to start the whole thing over again.
That was what I noticed about the first one, trying to get back into it, because I did want to see like if I would enjoy buying the second one. But the fucking checkpoints make no goddamn sense in the first
Yes,
one.
if you die, well, this one got a little bit better with the checkpoints.
Does it make
It's
any difference when you light the lanterns? Because it seemed like that was what they were going for when you lit those lanterns in the first one. You get to certain points and it saves. I'd be like, oh, that's a new checkpoint. But it would put me like 4 minutes before that fucking lantern at a different
oh
one.
those
Yeah.
lanterns were, I think they were like for like collectibles.
Mm,
Is I remember this one is just like
okay.
you collect hats. They're like that you can wear, but that's about it. And there's like these little glitch things that you like. I don't want to spoil the story, but it's just the story's interesting. You're playing as this character Mono. He's pretty new to the game, and you're like the person that's following you is the original character from the first Little Nightmares, and so far it's interesting. It's creepy as all hell. There was one part when I was sneaking through this area with a substitute teacher, and
I,
she's just
I saw a video of like like the character crawling through these vents, and there was just like this head following.
yeah. And
Is that
I didn't watch any gameplay, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, get the fuck out of here,
yeah, it
because
looks fucking creepy as shit.
like it happens like when you like focus on something and like you see it from your peripherals, you're just like, oh shit, what the fuck was that? And she's
Yeah.
just like like looking at you shaking from like a cocaine withdrawal, and it's just like
So, like,
and
based on what we were just talking about, is that like, would you say play it like right away? Is it worth the play right away or a sale?
uh I'd say if you enjoyed the first one, you want to continue on, go right ahead. It's only like $30, and
That,
there's
that's why I
I
asked, because that seems really high for a game like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but with Abdul's newfound disposable income, he wipes his ass for $30. So that's nothing for a
well,
gaming experience he'll enjoy.
when I was poor, I still did that. So don't act like I'm
He
brand new.
says he says buy 2 copies, throw the other one in the garbage and giggle.
Yeah, fuck your credit score.
You're buying them on a credit card. Why do they keep giving me these?
No, but I don't know. It's like I like the story well enough to like want to jump into it. I was excited for it, and
Cool.
but if you're not, if you're jumping into this game right away, I'd say wait.
Yeah.
Wait till when. How much did you pay for it?
Little Nightmares 1,
Yeah,
$5.
I'd say wait around like the $10, like $5 mark.
I paid
Yeah.
$30 for the first one and never even finished it.
Oh, really? What did you
Yeah,
have on Xbox?
PlayStation. When
Oh,
I like
okay.
this was like a year and a half, 2 years ago that I bought it
Gotcha.
and tried to work my way through it. Then I got stuck, not even like at like a scary part, just like some dumb like area I couldn't figure out how to like climb out of, and I just gave up on it. And then got it with Games with Gold on Xbox, which is like their PS Plus thing, separate from Game Pass.
Uh huh.
Um, and didn't even get to the same part. And I was like, these, because the controls are so fucking loose. Like And I don't know if it's me because I have bad depth perception, but like when you have to like pick a fucking lane. Is it a 2D game or is it a 3D game? Because you can't have me coming this way on this axis
Yeah,
and this way when you don't give me
yeah.
camera controls to see what I'm doing on this axis.
Yeah, there's more of that in this one. It's like
That
more it's 2.5D, and like with this one, like it gets to the point where like you hit a point which is just like an invisible wall, and it's just like, come on, it's 2021.
yeah, dude,
It's
it's like
like
don't fucking like well, I mean, there's a way to design around that stuff that like because that's the thing. There's such a thing as like there's design in games that you don't see. You know what I mean? That just make the experience more pleasant. And I don't mean as simple as like guardrails, but just
like
being
Inside was a
cognitive.
good example. It was like with this
Yeah.
type of game where like you remember like you had to control like those like
I didn't play Inside. I've only played Limbo.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a point where like you have to like control stuff in the background, and they do that without messing with the depth perception.
Okay. That makes sense then, I guess. I don't know. Fucking controls are more irksome than like the art and design is like cool. So it just beats it out for me. And I don't think that series
Yeah,
is.
this one, Little Nightmares 2, it doesn't feel as weighted because I remember the first one trying to control like run around just felt like it felt like something was dragging you down,
It
and
felt like you're in
this one,
jello and shit. It just didn't,
yeah,
it's so floaty. It was weird.
and this one it's just everything's more fluid.
Now in this one, what I was disappointed to find out because they advertise as Little Nightmares 2 when they have the two characters doing things at the same time and
I
shit.
thought it was co-op also.
Yeah, I thought it was a co-op game, but it's just exclusively a single player game.
Yeah, I thought it was advertised when it first came out, but I don't know if that was misinformation or something, or I
Well, it
just missed
feels
it.
that way because every game, like, you know, like think of games that have like 2 in the title and like they use like the two characters as like the thing or like a focus on the word two, like Army of Two. It's a fucking co-op game. You
That
know
was
what
a
I
good
mean?
game.
Yeah, it was cool. So it just seems bizarre that they would go that route, but they're like, "Oh, but you play it by yourself." Okay.
As God intended. But I think I'm like, I don't think I even hit halfway through the story. I picked it up on Wednesday. I had to go to the fucking Best Buy in DeWitt. That was a nightmare.
You had to have a physical copy of that game.
And yes,
That
ridiculous.
Is such a download.
Like,
I didn't even think they made a physical version of that.
Like, I understand like the physical copy, like because I used to love to collect shit, but like that game, like I don't understand like
But
the reasoning
not even
behind.
just to get a physical copy, to pay the same price that you would have for a digital day one. It's the same price. It's not like
It's
you're
like
saving money.
oh, well, it makes me feel safe, so I don't care.
Well, okay. How close are you to the fucking car?
I'd say another week.
Cool. We just went to get Misty a car in Rochester on Wednesday.
How's that?
Oh, did the other one finally shit the bed?
I sold it in October. We've been operating on one fucking car for 5 months.
Oh, really? Which one? You sold the Prius?
The
Or
Prius,
the,
yeah,
oh,
because
okay.
I think the battery was failing. What it would do is
Right.
I didn't even realize they were in there until I felt it blowing on the back of my neck. But there's these vents in the back of the car, in the back seat, that blow if the battery's overheating.
Uh-huh.
And it got to that point, and I was like, I'm not fucking driving this death trap anymore.
Yeah.
Like I get freaked out if like the battery in this thing is gonna explode in my pocket. Like
Right.
imagine
Yeah.
a fucking Prius battery just boom. It's gonna be like a fucking Hiroshima over on Carrier Circle. So I got rid of that. We sold it for $1,500, and then
That's not bad.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. I mean, people were. I honestly put it on there for like expecting to get $900, and I ended up in a bidding war.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
this dude came from Utica to look at it, and I told him I was showing it to other people. He told me to stop, which no. So I called him when he was halfway here, and I said, "Look, someone just offered me more money." He's like, and he insisted on talking money when he got there. So it came down to it, and he wanted to offer me $900 for it, and I was like, someone just offered me 13. So I was like, do you want to? And this was my mistake. I said 1,400. Then if he wanted to take it right then and there, I should have just said like 13 in cash, but I wanted him to offer 13. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't want to lowball myself if I can get more. And
Uh,
he lost it, and I almost got this. I almost had this dude fight me. This little like blue collar Keebler elf wanted to deck me in my driveway because I made him come out to Syracuse or whatever. One of the craziest fucking things, but worked out. I got $1,500 for it because when
From
he
him?
left, when he left, he was so mad. I was like, get the fuck out of here, because he's screaming at me. He actually like faked like he was gonna charge me, but I didn't move, and I just laughed at him. And he got so mad. He was like, keep fucking laughing, motherfucker. And I was like, I will. Enjoy the drive back, cocksucker. And then I slammed my door. And then when he left, I called the other guy and I was like, hey man, I hate to break it to you, but I got a guy here offering me 1,400.
Oh shit.
And that dude was like, I'll give you 15. And I was like, see you tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hopefully he's not a fan.
that would be funny. I don't think he cares though, dude, because those dudes, what they do is they take them and they know how to fix them. So that he probably flipped that around for $3,500.
Yeah.
Probably.
Which good for him. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, right.
I got more than half of what Misty paid for it 2.5 years ago. So
Yeah.
this is book review, video game, car talk podcast with RJ, Justin, and Abdul, your book, video game, and car experts. The lines are open now. Feel free to call.
Yeah, let's go back to making fun of Abdul then. Abdul. So this physical copy you got.
I hate the both of you. I really do. I just wish nothing.
Wait. So is the goal like 15, 20 years from now, like somebody's looking at your video game collection, they're gonna be like, oh shit, is that Little Nightmares 2? Is that what?
Oh, luckily, hopefully in 15 and 20 years, we won't be friends.
Is that what you think the move is, to just wait us out?
Huh? Well, I don't expect you. I expect you guys in like a couple years to stop talking to me. So.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, you can break up with us now. At least leave with dignity.
Oh, okay. See ya.
After this episode, though. How about that? We'll see how it goes. Okay. We'll see if he comes back after the break.
I'm gonna come back.
Do you guys want to dip into news now? I can't remember when I sent you the thing. Oh, I guess it was at exactly 2:30. So
can we talk about like something I'm fucking excited about, though?
Yeah, if you got something, go.
Fucking Battlefield 6 announcement.
Was there like an official announcement? I knew
I
acknowledged its existence. But...
Well, GameStop tweeted about it.
Oh.
So I hope it's real. I would think it would be real coming from them, you know.
They did that for all the people who bought stocks.
Yeah, I thought they had
not GameStop, GameSpot. I mean.
Oh, okay.
GameSpot.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
I haven't played a Battlefield game since Hardline.
Oh,
I
skipped that one. I didn't like that one.
Dude, it's on Game Pass on EA Play. I downloaded it like a month ago because I was just looking for something.
Yeah.
And, like, how fucking dumb and problematic that game is. You play a cop, and this is like why it's like a product of its time, because like you couldn't feasibly put a game out about being a cop and like everything it means to be a cop and how you're a hero and you fight out on the streets. Like you can't do that game now.
No.
Yeah, you can't just be like, we're heroes out here. Okay, this is what we do. Bang bang. And then you have to just deal with the aftermath of killing a child.
Yeah, right.
Your main weapon's pepper spray.
Yeah. Right.
Your
main weapon is your police union attorney.
Did you find anything? Did you try to look it up?
Look what up?
I thought you were like looking to see if you saw an announcement.
I had heard about it. I don't see it on the thing. I don't want to navigate away from this
right
page, but I think I'm
No, it
down
was like
Was
buying
it?
it
something.
even said like
Oh yeah.
fall of this year.
Dice LA confirmed they are working on next Battlefield.
Nice.
So
I'm excited about that because I'm so ready to fucking quit Warzone.
I wish should make another Bad Company. I like that series.
yeah, that's the only one I actually like. I didn't play all of it even. I just played like the demo years ago, but I was like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was never a big Battlefield guy. I understand it. It's like a milsim for people who don't know what a milsim is. Um because it's like it always like banked on the more like realistic thing, even though it's not even close to realistic. But it's that much closer than Call of Duty is.
Yeah, I enjoy Battlefield 1 a lot, but I this one is supposedly going back to like the more modern like destruction of cities and all of that stuff, which
Like the
I
Battlefield 3 shit.
like I don't know if it's going to be like old gen or last gen rather, but like if like a complete like next gen version of that would be fucking awesome, I think. I know it
Yeah.
won't be most likely, but
Well,
hopefully.
we're gonna start seeing it. It won't be, I think, until next year, but that's when we'll start. It depends on probably when its release is slated for, because you can't like reasonably make like unless it's like a Call of Duty or like an EA Sports game, you're not gonna be seeing I think a lot of cross gen games once you get into like the meat of 2022, because you know like Rocksteady's working on that Suicide Squad game, and you know that's gonna be a next gen only game, um, and that's gonna come out like 2022 supposedly, and that's when like
Yeah.
if you think back to like Arkham Knight, that was next gen only, and that was in 2015. So I think you're looking at like 2 years away
Yeah.
from the launch is when you start to get, or like a year and a half, 2 years is when you start to get those like AAA next gen
I,
only games.
Yeah.
I found it crazy that Horizon is going to be on PS4 too.
I do as
Yeah.
well. 10-minute warning, by the way.
Okay.
I I I'm I don't know if that's indicative of anything or not, though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
what do
just
you
like if a big sequel like that's like you don't want it just to be next gen only.
right? So
It's
what
crazy.
they claimed was that they wanted to do like aerial travel and stuff in the original Horizon,
Uh-huh.
and they couldn't because of the PS4's limitations. Which that would be the most telling thing to me about what you can expect from Forbidden West, is because if it's coming out on PS4 as well, are you getting an inferior version of the game?
Right.
The game
True, yeah.
itself going to be inferior to what it could have been if it was PS5 only? Like, where's the line? And
Yeah.
there's no indication at all. Like as it stands right now, I don't. God of War is not coming out this year. There's no fucking
No.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
They jumped the gun too early on that one.
so if Horizon does, I think it's gonna be, like if it's gonna be cross gen, I don't think it's gonna be as amazing as maybe everybody wants it to be.
Right.
Probably come out at the tail end of the fucking year, try to sell more.
See, like also you gotta think about I don't think Horizon like yeah, you said they wanted this the aerial travel. But Horizon, like it was a good looking game, but I don't think it pushed it like say Ghost did. And like
Right.
that was
Or
a new I
Yeah.
mean,
fucking
just like
Last of
Ghost
Us.
right, just like Ghost was a new IP, Horizon was too, but it was like earlier. Like they're gonna push the fucking PS4 for sure, but it's gonna benefit from being on PS5, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're gonna get a bad game. I'm just like wondering if it's
Right,
gonna be like what could have been kind of stuff. Sort of like, not to this degree, but Cyberpunk with it straddling both. Like, had they just
right,
focused on using what was available to them with next gen systems and next gen,
yeah.
more next gen aligned PC specs, I guess maybe it could have been. So I mean, it's just a wait and see, though. I honestly don't think there's anything to worry about. It's just there is that like little like glimmer of, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's walking the line of like what, I don't know. It's just like, why waste your time on the PS4? But
Well, I mean, here's the thing, because it's not CD Projekt Red and what happened with Cyberpunk, and it is a Sony studio. I firmly believe that I believe in the game, I guess. You know what I mean?
Right.
In the same way that Miles Morales was both. You know, I think it'll be more impressive than Miles Morales, but
Right.
I think, you're still going to be wowed by it regardless. Because from everything I can put together, I haven't played it, but Miles Morales is just like a reskinned, higher res version of the 2018 Spider-Man.
yeah, it's more of a continuation of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of more of the same thing. It's not like they did
Yeah.
anything crazy with the new system. It just looks
Right.
pretty.
Yeah, it's like that was
Which
the first game I bought. Yeah.
Even if that is all that there is to Horizon, there's going to be other gameplay elements that maybe don't take advantage of the PS5, but it's going to look and play smooth as shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. I'm stoked as fuck to see what's coming down the pipe for PS5 though. I mean, because oh yeah, you saw. I guess this is touching on news a little bit too, but Ratchet and Clank's got a release date now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June 11th.
Yep. So that'll be cool.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, because I mean, like, that's the only one they've really shown like the next gen feature of the SSD for. I mean, outside of that game, they haven't really teased anything in that regard. Because I think the only other game out right now that actually requires a solid state drive that's got any notoriety, I would say, is the Medium, because of the dual reality system, or whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah.
Whatever jerk off marketing term they stamped on it. So that'll be cool. Hopefully they'll do more gameplay videos of that and shit.
Yeah.
Outside of that, though, I mean, did they have anything else on the docket for 2021? Like, that's like, a big PS5.
Not that I know of. No.
Yeah, it's Ratchet, Horizon, and God of War. Which,
question mark.
Yeah. They should do. They should put 2021 and then have that God of War symbol and then have it morph into a question mark, and then Corey Barlog's just like, we had to sell PS5s.
I can't wait to see how impressive that's gonna look, though.
Yeah, have you guys tried the PS5 upgrade for the original?
I haven't. No.
No, me neither.
Let me know if you do, because I'm curious about that. I mean, I'm sure it's not like that much more mind blowing than the PS4 Pro one, but I'd like to know.
Yeah,
for sure, because I bet it looks slick, 60 FPS.
Yeah,
and fucking.
You talk about another game that's just like fucking impressive as hell. Like, that's another one that just looked fucking incredible. God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Because that was when I was like, I think that was the same year. No, we started the podcast the year after. But that was when I would only like play I would go like weeks without gaming. Which I don't go a week without gaming some, at least.
Yeah.
Anymore. But that was we were at the mall with Kenny. And
right.
Yeah, Steve was in town. Because I think it was shortly after he'd moved. But I was like, I completely fucking forgot it came out. And I was like, oh, holy shit, that's God of War. Like, if I'm going to game, it's going to be that.
I remember you leaving to go to Best Buy to buy it.
I was like, I'm going to go pick that shit up. And then I just fucking played that until my eyes bled. Like, the rest of the day, dude.
Yeah.
So good. It was, like, mind-blowing, too. Like, I don't think I've... Like, I was playing it for hours, and I didn't even know there was a fucking map. Like... It's just one of those games that that's, I guess, kind of like what I'm talking about with like really clever game design. Like, you don't really know how big it is or like how small it is either. They just like really knew how to build those worlds and those maps.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 hours and 30 seconds left. 2 minutes left. So I guess we can cut it here.
Just cut it, yeah.
Yeah. And come right back. Go kiss your Valentines, everybody. We'll be right back.
Yeah, Abdul, go do
Come here, silly.
I will.
Mm,
that.
mwah. Wet. Bye.
See ya.
And we are back. Sorry for the delay there. I took the dog out for her to not poop or pee. So fuck her. And now she's sitting there glaring at me because she wants to eat. But that's supposed to happen at 5 p.m. as she seemed to have forgotten for the past 2 fucking days. So
How many times a day do you feed her?
twice.
Yeah.
Cup and a half in the morning, cup and a half at 5 when I get home from work. Usually that's enough, especially because it's a weight loss amount of food.
Has she been
Because
losing weight?
she yo-yos. She got down to her adoption weight not too long ago, which was still supposedly too heavy for a dog her size, but she skyrocketed back up to 75 pounds not too long ago. So trying to
Yeah.
pare that back down. But
She thick.
yeah, dude. And she fucking loathes exercise. Like, I'll take this dog for a walk, and all she does is complain. It's the strangest thing. Like, she'll take in the smells and shit, but she'll just get super panty, and she doesn't want to do it. And she won't do this in the winter because it's cold. But in the summer, if it's like above 74 degrees, she'll just lay down on the ground and refuse to get up. I had to pick up this fat ass fucking dog and walk her a half a block because she wouldn't move on this blistering 75-degree day. Such a pain in the ass.
You love her though.
I would kill someone for this dog.
Arya just got back from this training class.
Oh yeah, which one?
It's I don't know. Well, I don't know. It's just like more advanced training from what she's gotten before.
Okay.
And Alyssa's already not happy with it. So
Oh yeah.
she said it was like 15 dogs, like 20 people there.
Yeah, it's
like,
we learned the hard way. It's not worth it. You can just watch YouTube videos. Don't
yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
I'm embarrassed by how much that sit mean sit shit cost. It was so expensive and it was pointless. We could have just bought the collar and learned it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, it's great that we do it. I'm glad we have it. She knows what the collar is, but you know what I mean? It's like not.
Yeah.
I didn't need some fucking
And
guy to talk down to me.
Alyssa said that like they were hawking prong collars
Yeah.
during the class. It's
Of
like
course.
exactly.
Like they're great. They're great. Don't get me wrong, but you can just go online and buy one. You know what I mean? It's not like you need
Right.
and you should have a regimen if you're gonna do it, but at the same time, it's like you can just fucking train a dog. There's different methods to train your dog, and everyone's gonna tell you
Right.
how to do it because people love that shit. Kenny's one of those guys who just loves to tell you how you need to treat your dog. Like it just it depends on your dog. And I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, right now, it doesn't need to cost $1,800 fucking dollars, no matter what it
No.
is. So, yeah, insane.
Man, this podcast has once again expanded its views.
Yeah, no, well, hold on. It's all by design. You know what I mean? I make sure to tell everybody afterwards. By the way, this is a book club, video game, car advice, dog advice podcast.
Exactly.
We're very multifaceted. You know, what would you say? Eclectic. Is the correct term. So, just prepare yourself because it's going to keep changing. That's all. Dear listener. That's what I said for our promo slug line for the other podcast there, the fun promo partnership podcast Game Johns.
Yeah.
Again, look them up if you haven't. But I go, it's a comedy podcast disguised as a gaming podcast. So, which I think is great. It took me so long to fall on something for us, but I think that's the best
Yeah.
promo line.
That's the best way to describe us. Though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It just needs to also be funny more than half the time in order to qualify for that. Here's one I want to talk about because I know you guys were interested in it, but they released that official trailer for Black Myth Wukong.
Okay, I didn't see that.
You didn't see it? You guys are
Oh, wow, you
interested in the
did?
game now.
I
right?
watched the gameplay trailer or whatever they had at the time.
That older one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one looked really cool, but like after Cyberpunk, I'm hesitant. The game looks too good.
Really? Who's developing that again?
Some Chinese studio.
Oh, okay. So the physical
And-
edition will be covered in lead paint.
Probably. And
just a
what?
lead disc. Sends your PS5 off of the fucking shelf.
I thought Abdul was gonna say more about it. You all right over there?
I keep cutting him off. It's my fault.
Oh.
He'll like start going, and then I'm just clinging to this shitty Chinese lead paint bit.
I'm glad you acknowledged it.
I apologize, Abdul. Please continue if you had more to say.
I'm done.
Okay. It does look cool from that first trailer. What was that, like last year they released that?
It was like over summer or something like that.
It doesn't seem like it's my type of game, but
it just looks like a press square to win.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Oh, this new trailer kind of like it shows like different methods to like fight different characters.
Oh, okay. So still you're just pressing square in different ways.
Pretty much.
Is there a stealth element to it? Because the only thing that looked kind of stealthy is like when you're the Lotus or the whatever it is.
No, there was one thing they showed where like he's walking towards like this area that's like everyone's shooting arrows, and he turns into this like stone monster to deflect all of it.
Oh.
And he's walking through it.
So I found something here that might be of interest, and I have no way of knowing the veracity of this because it's just a random Reddit comment. But Dr. NSQTR says the original gameplay release that made the game popular was done in an effort to bring talent on board. So it's actually still in the very, very early stages of development, and a big focus is still on growing the studio to the size it needs to finish the game.
Well, they said it's going to release in like 2023.
That sounds like a dog shit lie then. I don't see
yeah. I'm already like not optimistic about this game because it just sounds like more bullshit. You put all your efforts into like this pre-rendered kind of gameplay that you wanted to show off of this great looking game, but you're not even like, and you're still trying to build a studio to even make it.
Yeah, that's
that
to hire people.
Sense.
So now I'm curious about where the money's coming from as well.
Right.
You know, to strap on my tinfoil hat, being that it's from China, I wouldn't be surprised if Tencent had their fingers in it in some way, shape, or form.
Or communist.
But yeah, well, no, I mean, dude, 10 cents and everything. Did you guys see? I don't know if we ever talked about it on here, but that they did like some kind of like huge investment into Don't Nod.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just throwing money everywhere because they have billions of dollars to do that, and they just want to like have like some stake in everything.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like Don't Nod. Like they make stories about whiny teenagers.
They make stories about whiny trans people based on the one I just started up with Misty. I forgot about that.
What's it called?
Tell me why.
So is it a mystery?
I'm not sure what it is. It seems good. Like the writing so far is like interesting.
I don't even know what the fuck this is you're talking about.
It's I say whiny, but the character is not actually whiny. I just said it because Abdul said it.
No, even don't not. What the fuck is that?
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange and Vampire.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a game studio.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
sorry.
yeah, they made one cool game I really liked. It was called Remember Me. It was like a
I heard of that
combat
one too.
focus game.
Oh, a what focus?
Combat.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was the uh basis of it? Like what? I've
Well, it
never.
was like you could like, like choose different button combinations. Like you like I haven't played in a long time, but like the biggest thing is like it had like that whole like you can go into someone's memory and like they call it remix it or just rearrange something like where you could like
So it's like
make this
Inception.
guy yeah like make this guy think he killed his girlfriend.
So literally Inception.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's their thing. They're like just like a double A studio. They just put out like
Gotcha.
different experimental games. I think just hoping one of them like catches fire. Um, and they hit it big with Life is Strange, but it is interesting that Tencent being from China would invest in a company that does make like a sweeping tale about like a transgender man and his sister. Because I
Or
feel
just
like they're not
like
super
middle
warm on those
America.
concepts over there.
What can we talk about? What the fuck Abdul just did?
What do you do? I missed it. I was reading something.
Okay, what the? Why were you so close to the camera? And what the fuck were you doing with your face?
I was scratching my beard.
With
That's
your
all.
phone?
That was my finger.
His screen's cracked, so it's nice and sharp.
Are you holding your phone?
Yeah.
I think he does every week.
Yeah. What? You guys pick the weirdest times to notice me.
I apologize for noticing you. We can move on.
Yeah. Yeah. Please.
Well, the I guess one of the bigger things that happened over the past week was that that CD Projekt Red hack. Did you guys
Oh yeah.
hear about that?
Yeah. As soon as I saw that, like this company cannot get a win right now.
Well, it's kind of like that's what you get, kind of shit, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, people are pissed, and they're just. I feel like them acting like everything is fine is what is pissing people off more. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, when they're for sure scrambling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like be real with us. Like believe it or not, like we're adults playing video games. Like you don't have to fucking bullshit us, you know.
I just find it funny. Like there's some hacker who bought it, and he's probably going to make a better game with the source code.
That's the funniest part. Yeah, is there might end up being like just like a cleaner Cyberpunk called Cyberpunk 2078.
That would be fucking amazing, actually.
Yeah, I mean, with it out there in the wild, I mean, because I don't know who ended up buying it, but I mean, at the very least, I see
fucking.
How much did they buy it for?
Like $1 million or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Low key, Microsoft bought that.
Oh my god, that would be
that's their newest acquisition.
Yeah, well, I bet you fucking anything when Outer Worlds started being a thing, and before anybody knew what it was at the end of the day, I think shit like that's been making Bethesda sweat. I would wager, because their shit is my favorite fucking type of game in the world. Don't get me wrong, but they haven't done anything on par open world wise when you look at games like fucking Red Dead. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Red Dead's like one of the cleanest fucking open world games that exists in modern times. And
you okay, Justin?
Yeah, I'm good.
What happened?
You're clearly looking at another screen.
Oh, because I'm not looking at Abdul.
God damn, man! Like, why you have to do the most distracting shit while we're doing this podcast?
What did he do?
I just took a sip of my drink.
No, you didn't just take a fucking sip. You drank like that was the first sip of water you ever had in your fucking life. God damn, man! Jesus Christ!
I was thirsty.
I'm sorry, RJ.
No, that's fine. We're good.
You were thirsty. Jesus, man. You seriously need to watch all this shit back, because Goddamn. All right.
I love you, Justin.
I love you too, man. Happy Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Oh, wow,
That's so
crying.
funny. I have this in split screen on my computer. I have like you guys on the left, and then like I'm just like looking at Reddit on the right. I can't believe I'm missing it. I'll have to be more perceptive. I don't know. The gist of what I was saying is I think like anybody making an open world game is probably glad that Cyberpunk ended up being what it was, because it was a scary prospect for anybody trying to make a first person open world game. But hopefully Starfield comes around and we remember who the king of those games is.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what that will be.
Dude, I'm fucking beyond over the wait for this fucking game. I need me a new Bethesda game in my life.
Yeah.
Then I mean, aside from that, and you know, I'm sure it's kind of like an ongoing story with the Cyberpunk thing, the CDProjekt Red source code thing. But the other big thing that I thought was crazy this past week was the 6 days in Fallujah announcement.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, like a blast from the past.
I know. Fucking, when did they cancel it? Like 2009 or something?
Yeah, but I remember it got introduced like 2004, 2005.
Something like that. They were talking about making it, and then like, you know, Fox News and all the people who watch it flip their shit.
Yeah, I remember specifically as a kid, like seeing the 60-minute interview about it. And it's just like, damn, do people even care now?
Well, I mean, we're almost 20 years away from the inception of that war. So, you know, I mean, it's a different story now. But it's interesting because I don't, like, in retrospect, I don't feel that they were wrong.
Oh, yeah, same here.
Because I know I'm talking about the people who criticized it and the people who canceled it, because it was was it Konami that canceled it?
I think
it was
so,
being published by Konami, and they were like, whoa, we don't know anything about American wars, so we didn't realize. We're going to put this one down.
We had our problems with the U.S.
Yeah, we keep our nose out of U.S. shit ever since, you know, you guys get it.
Bombs.
So this is like, it's just pretty much saying that it's like it's in the works again.
Yeah, they're planning on like, I guess it's like Ben being made. And who was the developer behind it? OG Halo devs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But I saw that it's coming out on PC only. So.
Oh, really? I didn't see that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I just saw it just said PC, and I'm like, okay.
This game's gonna suck. That means that they don't have any distribution money behind it, I bet. Which
most likely
probably don't have a lot of other money behind it.
Honestly, when because I didn't know anything about it, and they're just like watching that trailer you sent us, it just seems like a game that's like trying to come out again, just fucking way too late. I feel like there was a time for those games, especially around that fucking the crazy Call of Duty scene from the airport. Like, I don't know.
Russian,
yeah, it's just like way past time. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people would not care to play a game like that right now.
Well, yeah, like there's more like traumatizing shit out there. Like, I mean, Last of Us 2 is way more disturbing.
But it's not based in fucking something that actually happened.
No, it's not like offensive in that way. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that does anything for anybody anymore. Like, nobody cares. I was trying to like expound on what I thought you were saying.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Even I mean, it just seems like it was a different time than that. Like, I would play a game like that and probably be uncomfortable a little bit, but now, I guess it's because I'm older. I'm like, I don't want to play anything like just based off like that much reality, you know?
Yeah, you want like it's escapism, I guess.
Like Last of Us is like they're just straight characters. Like these are just
Yeah.
like you're shooting people that they probably actually shot. It's just
Right.
weird.
Well, that's the other thing is like I don't fucking see this being like an actual like good take on it. It's just gonna be like U.S.
I feel like
USA
Yeah.
when that's the point of going into something like that is to show that it's not.
Right.
I remember I saw something like this week that it said it's like not going to be used for army training. I'm like, why are you telling us this?
Yeah, like what?
It's like, and it feels like you're like the only way it's going to gain some money is because you're banking on the name alone.
Thank you. That is what I was gonna get to. Is they're capitalizing on the controversy around it,
Yeah,
Right.
and that
it's
seems to
just
be
like
like,
I remember the
otherwise it's
trailer
probably
was
gonna be
like,
a mediocre game at
yeah,
best.
it had like a guy that looks like he's suffering from PTSD. Is like, this is going to be a real story. I was like, okay, good for you.
Was there a trailer for it back in the day?
I don't
Like an
remember
Yeah,
actual
that being
game?
the case. There
it
was.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Because
screenshots, but that's it.
honestly, it looked like it could have been the same one that they released last week. Because it just looked like a very old game.
Pre-read well, because like they're operating like I've never even heard of the developer. So they got to have like zero budget for it. Like
Right.
it doesn't seem promising. But if it wasn't on PC only, I would definitely still probably give it a shot. I mean, I'm interested to see. It's not like I'm hoping it's bad. It's just like I don't see it panning out.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like another Duke Nukem kind of thing.
Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah,
That game's on. You can still buy that fucking game. That's so crazy.
yeah, that game was like horseshit when I played it.
Yeah, I mean, it was notoriously, like, famously horseshit.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing around it, I mean, it was
That's another game that wouldn't play on my fat PlayStation 3.
really.
wouldn't play on it.
That game and Bayonetta wouldn't play on it. Like it just wouldn't get past
Yeah,
the main menu.
Really?
yeah, because
Yeah.
Bayonetta was made exclusively for Xbox, and they decided to port it over for PS3. And with the cell processor, they really didn't understand how to port it.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that ended up happening. Because I mean, so many games had problems on that thing. Like, 'cause Mike had a PS3, whereas the rest of us, my friend group, had 360s, and Bethesda's always played nice with Microsoft. So like the games that I loved, played perfectly on 360, like Fallout and Oblivion, Elder Scrolls, and all that. But they just were like dog shit on PS3. It's just this strange thing, and I know it's because it was supposed to be more powerful, I guess, with that processor.
Mhm.
But
But no one knew
nobody.
how to work
Yeah.
around it.
Such an unfortunate misfire. I mean, Sony's fine now. I mean, you can't
Oh yeah,
fucking.
I
You
mean,
couldn't suck someone's dick for a
they were
PS5 these
fine
days.
the last half of the
the
PlayStation
P-
3 life.
yeah. I remember like
Yeah,
when
they
people
didn't
saw the
not
price
sell. It was
point.
just I mean, but like the market is all based on perception and all that shit. So it wasn't until PS4 that in the public eye they were seen as doing well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, after like taking jabs at Microsoft like for all their mishaps in the beginning.
Oh yeah, they were able to capitalize on that real well. But I mean, like, how could you fucking not with how much Microsoft fucked up and
Yeah, I remember
continues
that
to
one
fuck up?
the one little thing they did at E3 was like, this is how you can let your play your friends games, and it just shows like the president of PlayStation giving his game to his friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
y'all some dirty people.
Yeah. Yeah, they like that. I don't know. They're very, I mean, not obviously not sales or marketing wise, but they're neck and neck right now. And I think healthy competition is, I mean, that can only benefit us. What I hate
Yeah,
is that because they're fucking a mega corporation, Microsoft's idea of healthy competition is to just buy out studios in their entirety.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's just ridiculous.
they're getting into that fucking Disney territory.
No,
More
well,
than
the
that,
thing,
dude, they spent the amount that Disney spent on Marvel and Star Wars in two separate sales on one fucking publisher.
yeah,
They
my
spent
biggest
$8
fear
billion.
with that is like there's definitely going to be games that's not going to perform well, so Microsoft is going to start cutting fat.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like there's like certain studios are not going to do well, so they're going to like
I mean,
close them
sales
down.
wise.
Yeah.
Or absorb them, sort of like how they just absorbed oh, the fucking name's escaping me, but it was at Activision Blizzard. They just took the Tony Hawk Pro Skater team and then just absorbed them into the Blizzard team.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be things like that. It's sort of like how like they just renamed like you're not going to hear ZeniMax anymore moving forward. It's going to be Vault.
I saw that. Yeah.
So they did that in the merger. So they're probably going to move people around and shit and like things like that. Like if Obsidian doesn't, I think for instance, like Obsidian's always been like a knockoff BioWare. And I think they're just like one particularly really bad game away from being absorbed into Bethesda and Vault operations or whatever. You know what I mean? Because they have yet to do anything like mind blowing in the past.
Yeah.
Fucking 10
Everything has
years.
just been like derivative.
Yeah, like Outer Worlds was cool. Don't get me wrong. I really fucking enjoyed it for what it was, but it wasn't, incredible. And Grounded, I won't even touch it. They have the early access still out on Game Pass, and I don't even care
It's
about
been
it.
early access since fucking September. Like,
I
what
know.
the fuck?
I know.
At what
I
point
remember-
is it just the game?
I just remember like all their
Got
games
me.
have always been like janky. You remember playing Alpha Protocol?
I never played that shit, but it looked cool in
Oh
Game
my
Informer.
god. I do remember playing that shit, and it just was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck is it?
It just looks like my main character always looks like he was in mid seizure.
Yeah, they're just like, half measures and kind of like misfire and mediocre game after mediocre game. I mean, it's like, they got that one Avowed in the pipe, and then they have like some undisclosed AAA RPG, they said, and then they, have a sequel to Outer Worlds in the pipe. So it's like, how many fucking games are they going to be working on? And why don't you just make one good fucking game, man?
Or how about you get Grounded out of early access?
Yeah, maybe throw a few more hands on that before you do an undisclosed AAA RPG.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm interested to see what they keep making. Avowed looks cool. I want to play a sequel to Outer Worlds at some point. So it's not like, they're not making games people don't want or something. But at this point, I mean, like, it just seems kind of extra because, Microsoft didn't really have that much before they bought Bethesda. They had all these sort of like unproven developers, and then Obsidian, which if Obsidian's like the cream of your crop, I mean, even they just sit on Rare. They don't have.
They haven't made anything good in a long ass time.
Well, Sea of Thieves is very popular, but who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not playing that fucking game. I don't even know what that game plays. Fuck pirates. But then they supposedly have that game Everwild in the pipe. So it's a lot of shit to see. It's just a lot of wait and see over the next 3 or 4 years to see what is actually cultivated as Microsoft's sort of pool of exclusive games. Because, I mean, all these acquisitions don't mean shit until the games actually come out. Right now, it's still Gears, Halo. You know what I mean? That's it. So we'll see. But I don't know, man. At that point, I'm still planning on buying a PS5 probably whenever God of War decides to roll around. So maybe I'll put the Xbox down for a bit.
What are you smiling at?
What? Huh?
Nothing. It's fine.
What am I smiling at?
Smiling at the dead air because it means that we're not being mean to him.
Oh my god, I don't care.
I did
Calm
not
down.
think that would be that offensive. I apologize.
I'm so sorry. I'm all riled up because of seltzer.
Here's an interesting one that I want to vibe you guys out on. And it's fucking Kotaku, so take that with
I'm out.
pound bag of salt. But PS5 controllers are drifting.
Oh really?
Yeah, I saw that. And like I don't know. It's
Probably a vocal minority thing.
yeah, but it's also like Kotaku, so I don't really trust a
Just
lot of
like
what they say.
Right.
the fucking Xboxes and PlayStation 5s that were smoking. Now you just don't hear anything about it because it.
Oh, that was all fake though, because of the vape. They were doing vape smoke through them.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, they were taking pictures. Like they would blow the vape smoke in the back of the
Well, even like the
Xbox.
ones that were like super loud that they were showing videos of. I feel like that wasn't really a thing either.
Yeah, they're talking about coil
Mm.
wine. I still see that pop up on Reddit from people here and there, and then I see people talking about the Xboxes when they're playing a 4K Blu-ray, which I haven't done yet. So I know my disk drive. I can hear it when it initially boots up a game. It's a little jarring, but I mean, I don't only have two physical games though. I have Assassin's Creed and Star Wars Squadrons.
Yeah,
So I know they're in there when I turn it on because it'll go, and but then it just stops. Then you don't hear it again.
yeah,
So yeah, people just like to overblow shit. I mean,
yeah.
that's how it is.
Is yours drifting, Abdul?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, there's no way it's as bad as like the Joy Cons from Nintendo, but
Yeah,
I know there's been people have had issues with Xbox controllers with that shit too. They've said so.
PlayStation 4 controllers drift for sure eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it's just fucking hardware. It's not gonna last forever. I mean,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
you want it to, and you want them to make it better so that it will. But at a certain point, it's like, do you
Yeah,
want
that's
to
a
pay
giveaway.
$180 for a fucking controller, or I don't
Yeah.
know. We got 8 minutes left. You wanna dip a toe into Lighthouse? Tell me what your thoughts were on that.
Yeah, please do. I've
With
been
but
waiting.
just shift completely inorganically.
uh,
The King's a Segway.
why and
What?
what was it?
I
Like,
like the first hour of the movie, I literally had to check the time. Like, all right, like something
yeah.
something's gonna happen or has to happen, or is it one of those movies where it's just their descent into madness or his descent into madness?
So yes, and I also believe like
I
more
agree.
broadly, it's probably one of the more like accessible, probably one of the most accessible like art house films that have been
Yeah.
made, especially in recent years, because a lot of it is just based on like how it kind of makes you feel and like that imagery. It almost feels like watching one of those old parodies of like an art house French movie or something that's usually inside of another movie or cartoon.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
it's really just like, oh, watch him fuck this mermaid lady, and you're just like, gah, you know what I mean? Or like watch him argue with Willem Dafoe and you not know what's gonna happen. And like it's a lot of that tension. It's just them two playing off each other the entire fucking movie. And there's just so many things. It's the sum of its parts. It's not really, um,
Yeah, there's like basically like, there's some scenes where like it gets you and it's like the overall feel is like it's getting you there.
yeah. And I think the ending is kind of sort of self-aware about that because of how it just ends so like full stop and
Yeah.
anticlimactic, and then you're like, what the fuck was that? And it's just done.
That's how
It's
I
like
felt.
the only thing I like just thoroughly enjoyed through the movie is just listening to fucking Willem Dafoe talk like a goddamn sea captain.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was just he just did it so well. But other than that, I was like, I don't know what
You don't
I
know
didn't
how to
know what I
feel,
was
yeah.
Yeah.
watching. I didn't
Yeah,
know
I
what
Yeah.
I
watched
was
it.
watching.
I watched it
Yeah,
with Misty, and she fucking thought it was stupid.
Alyssa
But
thought it was. She said,
yeah,
like 1 out of 5, like one of
yeah.
the.
Yeah, I
I
saw it by myself and I enjoyed it.
I like it. Happy Valentine's Day, bud. Um,
I have something after this.
um, yeah. So like, I think it was just one of those like kind of play with your head, sort of like The Witch, but The Witch was much more of a cohesive narrative. But
Right.
Yeah.
that wasn't necessarily the strength or the point of The Lighthouse. I think it was just like an absolute, like you said, descent into madness from this guy. and also like
Right.
one of those ones you're supposed to kind of like theorize and pontificate on, and whatever, which I think in a worse director's hands would make it feel very like much like he's just jerking himself off. But Eggers is like so good at setting the scene
Tone,
and
yeah,
like
tone and everything.
I'm so fucking stoked for that Viking movie, The Northman or whatever. It's supposed to be Hamlet, but like the original version of it where it was like Amleth from like Viking times and shit.
Also, like that, just Amazon Prime's like feature with movies, because like I did pause it at one point, like kind of early in a movie, and it says like Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson, their character names, Thomas Wake and Thomas Hank. But he like right away, like 5 minutes after that, he was like, "Oh, my name is Ephraim." I was like, "Wait, didn't it just say in the thing that his name was like both their name was Thomas? Like, why is he saying his name is Ephraim Williams?"
Yeah. Well, that was part of the plot, though.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
He told me his name in the movie, but I'm looking at this thing when it pauses and shows like everybody on screen's characters. It says his name is Thomas, so it's kind of like a little bit of a spoiler.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I get what you're saying. I think I confused which was, yeah.
So it's like, all right, like, why is he's obviously not fucking Ephraim, because in the credit thing right here it says his name is Thomas.
Right.
So it's like, all right,
yeah.
I'm just waiting for that to come out.
You want to know what? You want to know what?
It's not
though,
the movie's fault.
You gotta follow Abdul's very clever thinking. You gotta get the hard disk for that. Okay, if you want the full cinematic experience, you can't deal with Amazon Prime's bullshit. You gotta get the physical copy.
You're right.
I like physical copies, and it makes me happy.
I'm agreeing with you in this case. I think it's always better to get the Blu-ray than it is to stream a movie, because then you don't get all that compression and shit as well. I'm fully with you. I think that this is fully a case in which you need to be an insufferable snob.
Thank you.
You're welcome. On that note, we should wrap up. You guys want to plug a dub?
Just follow me on Twitch, Choco Bear Gaming,
and follow me on Instagram, Oscar Wonder Sean Penn.
Cool. Do that. Facebook, YouTube, fucking any podcast service you can imagine. Follow us on there. Comment on the shit. Even if it's just something mean you want to say to me. Let's get some interaction going, folks. All right? Because I will say something even meaner back. You fucking try me. All right?
Yeah, definitely make sure you watch the YouTube upload of Abdul just being ridiculous the entire show.
Oh, yep. Yeah, do that. Yeah, you miss out on some good stuff. Also, watch my YouTube upload of The Lighthouse. I got away with it just because it's mirrored. So check that out. Subscribe to Free Watch Movies 69420.
Nice.
All right, later, guys.
Take care.
Don't call anybody.